Hi everyone, you reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva, and this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with my recap on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the latest episode, A Tale of Two Accidents. Who is the tale coming from? None other than Erica Jane or Erica Girardi, depending upon what personality she's given us on any given episode. To me, in my opinion, when she's acting like the damsel in distress, she's giving us Erica Girardi, the estranged wife of, husband Tom Girardi, who was allegedly just emotionally abused and, in a relationship where he was very controlling and so mean to her, but yet he gave her every single dime she needed to fund her music career, to fund her glam squad, to buy her everything and anything she wanted. But he was mean, evil, and nasty, and he cheated on her. I never seen those two type of personalities in one male, where he cheats on you and he's nasty and he's mean, but yet he'll let you buy whatever it is that you want in the world. It seems like an oxymoron, but this is something that Erica wants us to believe. Well, anyway, she's sitting next to Kyle and she's telling Kyle this story of how, Tom, the estranged, they're not divorced yet, so I don't know what the separated, estranged, husband that she doesn't speak to. She sitting on the couch telling Kyle that someone broke in his home and he confronted the burglars and the burglar punched him in the eye and he needed eye surgery. And somehow in the midst of the jungle of this story, her son goes over to see about Tom, and when he's on his way home from seeing about Tom, he bumps into a snowstorm in, California, and then his car flips over 6 times or 5 times or 10 or 4, whatever. He, I guess, miraculously survived all of those flips and that horrific car accident. So Erica and her family, they must be like superheroes because they survived the most horrific accidents known to mankind. So her husband Tom fell off of some cliff allegedly, was unconscious for hours, and he survived. Her son, his car flips over and over and over, so he was in some sort of accident, and I guess he's perfectly fine and he survived. So Erica has these outlandish stories, and then she gets pissed off because Sutton wants to say, I don't believe you. Well, Erica, Sutton is not the only one that doesn't believe you, but we'll carry on. So now in this same episode, they have this scene where PK, Dorit, Kyle, and Mauricio are all having dinner together. And once again, PK, the voice of reason for this season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, he's like, listen, I don't know what you, and I'm paraphrasing, call this situation what you want, but something is not right with Erica's stories. And PK is the one that said, what is the probability that you have a husband whose car go off a cliff, he's unconscious for 12 hours and he survives, and then you have a son whose car flips and flips and flips and flips, he's in this horrific accident and he survives. PK say, what is the probability of that happening in one family? And of course we all agree with PK. What is the probability? The tales of Erica Jane. So Mauricio pretty much chimes in and says the same thing, that they just don't really believe Erica, okay? the ladies are feeling a little bit awkward because they know they don't believe Erica either. But it seems for whatever reason, everyone is scared of Erica Jane. Okay, so Erica Girardi they can deal with because that's the one that cries. Okay, that's the one that acts like the damsel in distress. That's the one that's saying, you know what, this whole situation is messed up and unfair. But Erica Jane is the one that makes promises. The one that gives, semi-alleged threats. The one that gets nice nasty if you dare question her in her life. Okay, so they all scared of Erica Jane. So even next to their husbands, with their husbands speaking knowledge in something reasonable, they both want to kind of sit there and be like, well, I believe Erica. You believe Erica, and the facts clearly say otherwise. You tell these two outlandish stories and they sound unbelievable, but you believe her. So the RHOBH's excuse is that, the stories are so crazy. Who can make that up? And that's why she believes them. Well, anyway, we'll carry on because, since my review is so late, we got additional information, okay? Bethany on her podcast tells a story of how they all knew years ago because she found out through her boyfriend who has transitioned to the other side that, Tom Girardi owed everyone in the lawyer field money. So all the lawyers knew about, him being broke and robbing Peter to pay Paul so that he can keep Erica in this elaborate lifestyle. So they knew way back then, years ago, because Bethany allegedly told Andy Cohen. So everyone knew, okay? Kyle knew, Dorit knew. But now they want to pretend to us that it's a shocker and it's surprising that Tom is accused of these things and that they are accused of just stealing money and owing the people money and owing the world money. But anyway, we're carrying on because Mauricio and PK were at the dinner table with their wives, cracking up, making jokes, okay, about Erica Jane and about Tom Girardi's situation. And so that's why, for those very reasons, I cannot wait to the reunion because I can't wait to see how Erica reacts, okay, to these other ladies who've been talking about her also, because on the show, the only one she's been giving beef and flavor to is Sutton. But yet, the other girls were saying things that she just didn't know about. Now that she knows in real time, I want to see how she reacts to these ladies at the reunion. But we carry on. So the only other thing that really happened on this particular episode is, I will say this, Dorit through an amazing, I'm going to call it launch party for her bridal, line that she's coming out with, okay? So now she did bathing suits one season. This season, she's getting into the bridal fashion lane. And I will say this, the dresses was absolutely amazing. The dress that Dorit had on was amazing. And the dinner party or launch party, whatever that she threw at her home, was absolutely phenomenal. It was cute. I will say that. I don't know as a bride though, because I believe one of the most expensive dresses was $35,000. Which, the people that have it, that's not a lot. But I don't know if someone's going to pay $35,000 for a Dorit wedding dress. A Vera Wang, yeah. Some of these other names out there, yeah, I could see them paying $35,000. But for a Dorit design, I'm not sure if they're going to give her $35,000, but you know what? Time will tell. And I don't know exactly what bridal store these dresses are going to be sold at. But like I said, we've done a lot. The stuff she showed us at the launch party was absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. So at this party, they get on Garcelle. And listen, let me tell you something. I love Garcelle, but some of her outfit choices, I'm like, ugh. I mean, at this launch party, she had on this yellow dress and this yellow, like, I guess faux fur, and I'm like, what in the big bird is Garcelle wearing and she doing tonight? And I love Garcelle, but I also feel like Garcelle was not built for reality TV. She lets these ladies punk her all the time. If Kenya Moore was on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I will guarantee you that Dorit, okay, and Erica would have never, like ever, gotten in Kenya's face and did some of the things that they're doing to Garcelle. They would have never done that to Kenya. And I almost wish we could just pluck Kenya out of The Real Housewives of Atlanta for 2.2 seconds, put her in Beverly Hills, and let's see these ladies run their mouth to Kenya the way they're running their mouth to Garcelle. I need Garcelle, if she plans on staying, to get her courage, to buckle her seatbelt, and to get back in these ladies' faces like they're getting in hers. So they brought up something Garcelle allegedly said when she was doing some tour press or whatever, that she said about the ladies. They brought it up, and yet again, Dorit was all in Garcelle's face, and Garcelle really couldn't handle it. Like I said, Garcelle was truly not built for reality TV. And if she plans on staying, she better go have dinner, lunch, breakfast, or something with Kenya Moore so Kenya could tell her how to do this reality TV show thing. Well, anyway, outside of that, I can't wait to see next week's episode. I really can't wait for the reunion, but I can't wait to see next week's episode because now Erica is talking about, when Kyle brings up, the accident where Tom fell off a cliff, bumped his head, was unconscious for hours. Now Erica's saying allegedly, boo, you told us these were facts the other day. Now you're saying allegedly? That's what I'm saying. The tales of Erica Jane, the lies of Erica Jane, okay? The promises of Erica Jane. Anyway, guys, let me know if you watched this particular episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Tell me your thoughts on it. Chat with me in the comments, and you know how I do. I will chat back. And listen, every Wednesdays at about 9:15 p.m., I go live. It's called Relationship Wednesdays. I have different panelists that come up with me, talk relationships through with me. My brother P-Lo was on this past Wednesday, and he may be coming back again next Wednesday. You don't want to miss it. He's out of his mind. A lot of fun. Keeps it real. A different breed. But anyway, guys, and actually both my brothers was on there, okay? So, my brother Derek, the calm one, P-Lo, the out of control one. But listen, guys, chat with me in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And I'll see you in the next video.